When I first started coaching, it was the only message was win. Win, 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 win. That was it. One thing that I'm trying to understand more as a father, as a Christian, as a parent, as a husband, as a coach, teacher, I mean, I can go on, psychiatrist, counselor, driver. Well, I can check off all the boxes, but one thing that I'm trying to learn more is trying to find the good in everything. I think a lot of good comes out of the bad. The hardest part with these kids is trying to get to know each kid, find out what makes them tick. Every single kid is completely different, and fussing and yelling at one kid might work, and fussing and yelling at the other kid might not work. So spending the time and actually getting to know these kids, we had a huge problem with discipline last year. We actually removed about 8 or 9 of our soccer players. This year we took a completely different approach. I went to dinner every single night with one soccer player for an hour, and I just got to know them. And the more that I talked to them and the more that I got to know them, the more I realized that I wasn't the problem, they weren't the problem. They just need somebody to find them responsible, hold them accountable, push them to become forward. And once we found that one little niche of tidbit of, hey, I think I found the missing piece, we've had 0 problems ever since, and it was well worth the investment both for the kid and myself. It's a lot about winning. We have an incredible record. We have an incredible season. I've got a lot of good soccer players coming through here. But the longer that I do this and the older my kids get and the quicker I realize that, yeah, it's about winning. There's also other boxes that I want the kids to check when they graduate high school. Am I a gentleman? Am I going to treat ladies with respect? Are my grades going to be held accountable? If I'm tardy, is it going to be addressed? If I'm disrespectful to teachers, is that going to be held accountable through the coaching staff as well? Am I representing my family, my school, and my mom and dad to the utmost respect that I can, both on the field and off the field? So when people see Waco High Soccer play, there's a whole lot that goes into it. But unfortunately, everyone just looks at the scoreboard. We've been blessed to be on the good end of the scoreboard a lot of times this year, but man, there's just so much that goes into these kids. We're trying to make sure they have every single positive encouragement and things that we can do to help them be more successful in life. There was a sermon, and they were talking about the different callings of different people. For me, my ability to seek the welfare of the city is to find the students that might be struggling with relationship with God, struggling with their relationship with family, struggling with relationship with teachers and coaches, struggling with something that myself, and somehow try to steer them in the right direction on how we're going to handle things. And establish that relationship. It's in our blood. It's what we do. We are teachers. We love people. And we're trying to find ways to push people to seek the welfare of the city.